Hello everybody, this is Cimm and I'm going to be playing the first game in the Banner Saga. I've actually really wanted to play this for a long time, and I've intentionally not learned anything about it, even though it came out years and years ago. But it became free on Twitch this month, and even though I already have a copy, I went ahead and said, yes, I'll take that, because the second game was also free this month on Twitch. So I'm downloading that too, and whenever I get done with this one, I will play that one, unless I absolutely hate it. I love that there's a heraldry option. I really want to know if if they do real heraldry here. Ha ha ha! Yes, Cthulhu. I wonder if the Brennan family is in here. I doubt it. That's far too specific. Lol. Perfect. If I can't find a fox, I'm sticking with that. Also, it is storming here, so my pets are more than a bit agitated. And I will probably cut out me going through pages and pages of these while I... Kitty! Because Cimm is a kitsune and the person that I be is not. There we go. We'll go with that. So let's see what that does. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story unfold from different perspectives. I do know that there is turn-based combat. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge Deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped: the sun. It's kind of an important thing there. Even their company name is in theme. I love it.
Að sjá dreggjan á ferlinni vor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital.
I turned on closed captioning. I know I did.
Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen.
Why are you so short?
I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's round.
That's a huge difference in height right there. Huge difference.
We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
That was awesome. That's awesome. So these guys are giants. Well, I sort of guessed. I thought they were wearing helmets. My bad. So some kind of coup was going on, I guess. And I'm going to try to turn closed captioning back on. Like I said, I swear I turned it on. You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Click the check mark to continue. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. There we go. These portraits show the order of initiative. Sweet. From left to right. Your allies are blue, the enemy is red. It's your turn to act. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield banger is active. Good name. The blue tiles around him show where he can move. So he has a... If he's standing on this one, he has a 4-tile movement space. Or 3-tile. I'm going to say 3 tiles because he is on a large base. Some characters fill more tiles than ever. The horned allies are a race of giants called Varl, who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. I'm glad I noticed. Click the tile you want to move to, then click the check mark to confirm. Move your shield banger here to get him into attack range. Can I know what his name is? To target an enemy, click the tile on which they stand. Ally tiles are blue, enemies are red. Target this enemy by clicking his tile. You can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. Numbers beneath each icon show the damage you will do to that stat. So I can choose to give him a good old wallop or to break his shield. I'm gonna give him a good old wallop. Shield wall adds 1 armor to allies and himself while adjacent to the ally. He is not adjacent to anyone. Run through enemies doing armor break damage, then hit the target from behind. We'll go with what I said. Strength counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you'll now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Okay. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you open them up to take more damage in the future. So I should have gone with armor break. This enemy has only 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Oh, is that what that meant? Click the fist now to attack his strength and confirm your choice. +1 oh! So, in another game system I've talked about once upon a time, Pendragon, they actually kept renown stats as well. And they do that sometimes in Shadowrun and other game systems as well, depending on your DM. So I like that. I like that we have renown. And it looks like renown is used as experience. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate, even if you are outnumbered. Ooh. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies, but characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. By clicking on the gold tire, a character can move farther than usual at the cost of 1 willpower. I'm guessing that's this. Yes, okay. Plus 1 willpower per gold tile. Red pulsing tiles beneath your enemies show how close you'll have to get to be in range. Move your Warhawk into attack range now. So I'm using 2 willpower. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him unique advantages. Click on your tile to get that ability. Tempest. Slam multiple times. Blah, blah. Spin attack. Pillage. At my quick work of the chieftain's bodyguard, when there is only one enemy left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order, and there are no more guaranteed turns. Ooh. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. The character does not move upon his turn. He can regain 1 willpower. Chieftain will rest. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Finish the job. Normal attack. Willpower to boost damage. Chieftain has 9. Click the fist and then the stars? Above the fist to add willpower. The number of stars available each turn are determined by your exertion stat. You'll see the damage number go up as you add willpower. Click star and then the green to do that thing that we said. Victory. The foes dying led at you. Blah blah blah.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the threats arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more threats to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. 12 families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Only the sun has stopped. So whenever I see situations like this in any game, I wonder to myself, exactly how good of a leader is this person? Because that level of unrest doesn't just happen. Something is wrong. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Eric, steward of Strahd. I manage the governor's business. Oh, you're not voiced. Eric, steward of Strahd. I manage the governor's business. Euban, isn't it? It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. I have to decide on an accent for Eric. What did you have in mind? Skulflings that you didn't hack up into Great Hall, scattered after you took out their children, their chieftain, and their children. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me in the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. That is a horrible, horrible attempt at any sort of accent. Click the market tent to visit the merchant. Is that this thing? Is that it's the only clickable thing, isn't it? Lame. Just look at that little face. It is great. It's a great face. It's so cute. Hello. Look, it's us from the past. Hello, us from the past. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Why do I have a giant quill? I mean, I'm a giant quill, but why does my character have one? He has such pretty blue eyes. That is me, right? That's not the person who's blanching. Are you Blanche? Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Scalfling's chieftain bled out an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me that rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time.
I don't talk to you. They don't talk to me.
I don't know. Am I a patient giant? Am I going to be the silent muscle? I'll wait. Eric overturns his flimsy table, scattering Hod's assortment of junk across the ground.
Gods, Eric, laying it on a bit heavy, don't you think?
Where are the Scalflings? Let's see. Scalflings are the ones that are from Norway, right? Is that Scaldings?
Noblemen up by the east wall. But that was months ago, last I know.
Hod skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. I have a bodyguard?
Are we done here?
Gunolf, where were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought 'em while you were walking around. Why? You look like a frog. They look good. They look like a frog. They look good. They look. I need a D3. Wilson. Wilson, you're outside playing in the rain, aren't you? They look good. I'm glad you care. Gunolf goes off to look at more stalls. Yeah, that's the expression I'd give for that. Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be Scalfling. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a mead hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to go find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? Where's this place? After this, I'm done here. Shouldn't we have a plan? What a luxury. Come on, you've already mopped up the worst today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Mead house. How could I possibly... Is it over here? Is it way over there? Actually, if anything, this actually reminds me of two things. First, this is always what I imagined of what I always had pictured in my head for Herod. The Mead Hall in Beowulf. That is the Beowulf stories, not Beowulf the movie, or 13, or any of that other nonsense. And also sort of what I imagined in the Grendel book as well. So that's number one. But this also really reminds me of the city Riva which is in the Realms of Arcana games. It's number 3, Shadows over Riva. So eventually I'll play that, and you'll say, Cimm, this is nothing alike, and I'll say, oh, but it is where those little houses. Those little houses are where the half-elves, half-orcs live. They're so cute. Alright, so we're gonna go to Mead Hall. You arrive in front of what must be the nobleman. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point him out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? You're walking in through the front door? They ran into a mead house, says Volgard. I'll be surprised if they can stand up straight right now. Okay, here we go. If he is a long-running character, that voice will not stand. Volgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of a table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken scofflings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. Mead steins in the process. Although I think there is a steen, and a steen is one that's made out of hide or leather. I don't care enough to look that up. Maybe I'm getting it confused with skeen. It might be. I don't get a tutorial this time. So what, do I have to move? Ready. I was hoping for more of a fight than this. Look at them. It's gonna be butchery. Butchery, I say. This puts me in a more vulnerable position. Never mind. Stone wall. He has 12 armor and 10 strength. Blocks damage to strength and armor for 1 round. We'll do that until we're in position. Alright. Do we get a flanking bonus? Gives willpower to allies at any range. Gives 2. Okay. I don't want to do that, actually. I would much rather attack. So I'll do 1 strength, I suppose. Or 1 to his armor, which is what I'd rather do. Let me just, I can't guard. That's annoying. That's an interesting tactic. I'm just standing in the back like, what? Strength damage to adjacent to clockwise from target. I'm just slightly too far away for that to be something worth doing. Let's just kill you outright. Ouch! So that's 4 damage. Did I turn the wrong direction? Oh! I got my friends confused with my enemies. Whoopsie! Doing so well, but you it is worth doing. That's neat. He stumbles. Oh. Is he dead? That sucks. Own fault for messing that up, though. I'm gonna die. Well, the pretty one is dead. I feel bad. Achievement raid. Defeat any enemies with Raid Master. Has been injured in battle. Well, he's not dead. Has been injured in battle.